I cannot stand Mr. Baseball.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I knew it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I tried to throw a little bit back.
Love that logo, love that jersey, love that color scheme, everything about it. All right, welcome to episode 77 of the Not Another Sports podcast. This is the home of sports talk for the average Joe. My name is Jason.
I'm David.
And this week we got a very special guest here with us. We have the owner of the recently relaunched Harrisburg Stampede, Justin Coble, with us. Justin, thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule to sit and chat with us tonight.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. So why don't you start this off and tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and your background with the team.
Okay. So, I'm Justin Coble. I'm originally from the Baltimore, D.C. corridor. I've been in Pennsylvania for almost 17 years, and I've coached different levels of football, semi-pro and arena ball. But in 2012, after a couple years of coaching, I worked on the Harrisburg Stampede staff. I sort of was frustrated with the ownership group at the time. And, one of those times now, I would say, I would, put my foot in my mouth a little bit. I recommended that they sell to local ownership. Well, I ended up being that local ownership. So I bought the team and it was probably, I was about 90 days out, 60, 90 days out from the season at that time. Right after I bought it and it was announced local ownership. I owned another business at the time. I purchased Stampede about 6 weeks after I purchased. I got reached out previous. You guys know Marcus Colston, former Saint. Yep. His partners and him reached out to me. I think it was actually his investment group. And long and short, he came on as a partner, and we really worked to change the culture and the reputation of the Stampede. The Stampede, I think at the time, were more like they're professional, or they call themselves that, but they weren't being ran professionally. They were being ran second class. And so they didn't have the best reputation in the community. A good brand of football was being played, but a lot of people didn't know about it. And what we experienced is that first year is we were going on a lot of appointments that just felt like we were apologizing all the time for something we never did. And, Marcus was helping me get those meetings because they wanted to meet him, but it was a lot of no's. And so we signed a lot of contingency. I sort of put my foot in my mouth a little bit again. Hey, if I do X, Y, Z, will you sponsor us next year? So we turned the corner. We gave a lot of sponsorship to companies that had felt like they weren't given or what they had signed up for in the first 4 or 5 years. There was a lot of tickets given, a lot of advertising, marketing. And we filled the arena. We played in the Equine Arena at the time. We were excellent brand on the field. We were really trying to improve our footprint in the community and become more of a community-based team. We did very well. We lost in the championship game. We won the playoffs, lost the championship. After that season, I'll speed the version up, but Marcus and I went out to Spokane, Washington at the time, one of the leading AFL teams, revenue, attendance. We came back. We sort of had a little bit of a difference in a business plan, and I owned 70% of the team at the time, so I sold out to him. Marcus then kept the team at the large arena, and then he went on to Hershey. Soon thereafter, he moved. He closed the team down, and he was bought into the ownership group of the Philly Soul. So that was wrapping up. I can honestly say like 2015. I had a non-compete. I was sort of burnt out. I won't lie. I made a lot of money from the sale of the team, but I really missed the coaching. I missed the player interaction. I missed it. I never really got to, in my feelings, I never got to finish and carry out my business plan. We did it 1 year. I wasn't a multimillionaire. I didn't want to run it as a charity, I want to give to the city. I want to be a part of the city, but I can't just give it away. So, right before COVID, I really was getting that itch, thinking about it, looking at leagues and stuff. And then the AFL went defunct and went out of business. And there's a lot of opinions on why and things like that. And my head coach was the defensive coordinator for the Soul at that time. So I went ahead and COVID happened. Obviously, nobody was doing nothing. But after COVID, I'm still thinking about it. And then this year, they reached out to the league. The AIF reached out and said, hey, you're one of our original owners. Very strong ownership team. would you be interested? We're bringing the league back. The league had went down in like 2016 or 2017. They'd shut down. And we're bringing them back. It's a very strong league, a very experienced league. The management team and the owners of the AIF have been around indoor football for 30 years, 25, 30 years. So I looked into it and looked at their business model, and I was like, all right, it's time. So then it came to the, beyond that was, should we bring the Stampede back or start a whole new rebranding and new team name and all of that? And I just they changed the logo. When I sold the team, I felt like, and I mean, I'm not dissing Marcus at all because I love the guy. He's a great guy. But I think there were too many changes at one time by going from the Equine to the large arena, from large arena to Hershey. And they changed the logo, which, is basically a rebrand. And just so many different changes. And they were very successful on the field. But success on the field doesn't translate to success in business. It doesn't sell seats. Believe it or not, that is not the only key. So I feel like this is we did the hashtag in 2012. When I bought the team, I wanted to bring a much closer knit mantra, war cry. So our war cry within all of my staff and my coaches and players was La Familia, hashtag La Familia, the family. We're going to be a family. We're going to all be together in this. I win, you win. You win, I win. We all win together. There? Am I back?
Yep, you're here.
Yep, you're there.
I'm sorry. That was my phone ringing.
It's all right.
10:45. So long and short, I never felt like I got to finish that. And so our hashtag, our war cry this time is reloaded. I brought back a lot of the staff that I had worked with, the people that had worked with me that had a lot of respect for me. And I had a lot of respect for them. They were, in my opinion, the best in their job. So I brought back the head coach. I brought back the assistant head coach, offensive coordinator. I brought back the voice of the Stampede. I brought back my dance team coordinator. I've expanded all of our staff. We've hired a assistant general manager. We're still looking for a general manager. We hired a community liaison. I have a game day coordinator and manager. We are just expanding the team completely. Got sales staff in place. And that's what we're going to do. We're reloading. We're going to carry out. I have a 5-year business plan with the team. I'm excited.
Awesome.
We're going to do some of the things that I wanted to implement, but didn't have the time. I have it now 8 months when I launched the team, or 7 months. Now it's about 6. But we're going to, so we're going back to the original logo. We're going back to what it is. It pays homage. The Stampede is the bull. It pays homage to playing at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex. We're not going to try to dress up the arena and act like we're not playing at the agricultural building. When you really study and read and find out about the PA Department of Agriculture and the Farm Show Complex, it's the largest agricultural building in the country, which is just phenomenal to know. We're going to embrace the dirt. We're going to basically mix arena football, Friday Night Lights football, a rodeo, and a carnival all in one. So we're going to have an experience. You're going to bring your kids. We're going to be family friendly. We're going to be budget conscious. But, I want a single mom to be able to bring her kids and have a clean, safe, fun evening. I've never met anybody that's been to arena football that isn't like, this is an exciting brand of football. It's not NFL football. We're not NFL. We're not even trying to be that. But it is a version. There's a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences. But it's on a smaller field. It's fast-paced. It's nonstop action, high scoring. And, the balls are going to go into the stands. I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're good. We understand that you're a busy dude, so you're fine. No worries.
And nobody's supposed to be calling me at 10:46 at night, but geez, I guess then me putting in voicemail meant call me back and never mind. But no, I think it's I'm excited, man. I mean, I'm a local business owner. I live here in central Pennsylvania. I've been here for many years. It's home to me now. And I want to bring an exciting brand of football that's family friendly. We're doing, I can go down, we'll get into let you ask questions and then me answer. But we got so many initiatives and things that we're going to do that it's mind blowing. I sit down with a sponsor, and I don't even like using the word sponsor. I actually call them partnerships, because I don't look at it as, I'm not backed by a major league club. I'm not backed by the the Nationals or the Hershey Bears, like the Capitals. I'm backed and supported by my community. And I think that I'm still winning. I think when people come and see the brand that we're putting out, this how much fun we're having, and that we're using the money and correctly, we're giving them their tickets, we're giving them their sponsorship. And just like the NFL or any league, advertising is very important, and having a media deal. And let me just tell you, I am so excited for our streaming. We're going to be streaming our games live right on our website. So anybody that can come to the game will come, but anybody that can't make it can watch. And I can't say enough about the company we're going to go with, that it's going to be a 4-camera system. They're going to have 2 cameras in each end zone, 1 still camera up high. And then down on the field, they got a guy with a battery pack. And we have a play-by-play and a color commentator going. And we have a field reporter. She'll be right down on the sidelines, in-game, interviewing the coaches right before halftime, players. And it has instant replay. So if you see a great hit or a great touchdown, they're going to replay it and talk about it and break it down. And we're going to have a lot of advertising and sponsorship. And I think that's the way we're going to grow as the team. And that's one of the beauty of the league we're in. We're owned by the league. We play in the league, but we have a lot of control on the owner level. So one team might be ran on a tight budget. One might have just be spending more money. But I think we're going to be able to really enhance the quality and put it out there, a very clean product. And I think the partners are really going to enjoy that. I mean, we can't compete with being on TV, but I can tell you we can stream the games live, offering the commercials, and and I think that a lot of the businesses are going to enjoy it. We're using a lot of local businesses. I'm going for some national sponsorship partnerships that we have a couple in place, but I'm really trying to use a lot of the local mom and pop businesses also to help us build the brand and do what we need to do to be successful. There's a lot that goes into it.
Sounds like it. And I'm really interested in, and it's something we've talked about. And I was talking to some friends tonight about a bunch of us going together and going to a game one night, and checking it out. Cause I didn't get to go to a game during the original run, because I was just getting settled in being a dad and having a house, and it was a little tight back in the day. I'm not going to lie to you.
I understand.
But we're both in better situations, and we're both big. And I said this to you in my emails. We're both really big believers in minor league sports.
Mm-hmm.
We have had the Senators fan club president on, and we've spoken at their thing, and we go to Bears games, and we go to Senators games, and we go to Reading Phil's games and things like that. We've gone to Hagerstown to minor league games just to go and support.
Yeah, we have.
So we're big believers in the power of minor league sports and what it means to the community. So I, as a fan, not as a podcaster, but as a fan listening to what you're saying, you got me hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, for sure on that one.
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, that's the thing. People really don't understand. Like, I tell them one time, they're like, "Oh, you're selling me." I'm not selling you. I'm just telling you how excited I am as the owner to come sit down and watch and put on. It's an experience. We're trying to put an experience for the kid. We're thinking about the children and how are they perceiving and viewing it. We're thinking about the single guy that's 23 years old out on a date. How's he experiencing it? How's mom and dad with the kid? What makes mom and dad happy is seeing their kids happy. And how are they enjoying the brand? So we're putting a lot of thought and a lot of very poignant marketing, not just advertising, but game day experience to figure out to reach all those age groups. We're not just sitting there throwing stuff against the wall hoping it sticks. We're going to try stuff that works. I mean, November, I'm going to be at a rodeo. I'm leaving town just to go to a rodeo because I've never been, and I want to experience what do they do that makes thousands of people keep coming back. Yeah, it's riding the horses and the bulls and chasing, but there's other things they're doing that make people like it. And that's one of the things, just giving you another tidbit. So in the past, we would have where our games will be played on Saturday nights at the PA Farm Show. We used to open the doors at 6:00. We're going to open the doors at 5:30. 5:30, allow the field to be open. The fans and the kids can come down. We're going to have face painting. We're going to have, if I can get away with it, we're going to have a mechanical bull there that they can ride. We're going to make different things and experiences for the children and for them to be able to come down and hang out on the field. We have 20 box seats that go around the field that literally are 2 rows, so 16 per box. It's about 320 seats we add. Those are the premium seats. But we want the kids there in the general admission that it's still affordable. They can come down onto the field, walk around,
Right.
and then about 6:15, we'll close the field down. That way the guys can start stretching, do their walkthroughs and stuff. But we're partnering every game with a nonprofit. One of the things that I did, I really wanted to make an impact in our community. I don't want to say I regret, because there was no regret when I had it, but what we're going to do different from then to now is we're going to work more with local nonprofits, so more grassroots or local that is impacting our community. Nothing against the larger charities, but the money goes nationally. I want to keep the money and the donations here in central Pennsylvania, be it the food bank or Easter Seals, work with special needs children, things like that. And we're partnering with each game. We're going to have a high school band where we're going to showcase our fine marching bands of central Pennsylvania. So 5 schools can come and show out for their parents, and have their grandparents come see them play. And we had a drum line the year I had it that led us onto the field. Was our first game. It was awesome. It felt like Friday Night Lights down in Texas, just bigger and then you can imagine. But we've signed them for a contract for the whole year. They're going to be at every game. Our Harrisburg Stampede drum line, and they're going to have their drums wrapped in Stampede colors and logos. And they got a whole special outfit they're wearing at Stampede, and they're excited. These aren't just like kids that go to school and doing it for credit. These are kids that this is like an extracurricular club per se that does this for fun. And so they're excited about that. Like they took a vote. It was like unanimous. It was insane, like 38-0. But they're going to be doing their drum major. He's on our website. He's on our team now, our support staff. And so I think there's a lot of this stuff that we're going to have fun. Maybe like some battle of the bands going on and stuff. And and that's what we just want. We want people to have. It's 5 games. It's not a crazy season. 5 away, 5 home. We're getting some good rivalries in, and bring it family fun back to the Saturday night. Go to the farm show. We play in the spring, which is really March through June, and I'm hoping to. I'm sorry if he calls me one more time, I'm going to handle it, but so I'll be gone a couple more seconds than normal. But no, so I mean I'm excited, man. I just think what we need better in our community is leaders. And that's the thing that we're also doing. We're starting the Ring of Honor for our past. We're retiring 4 former Stampede players from the past. We're retiring their numbers, 1 each game. And I'm so excited, bro, to highlight those guys. I mean, I gotta give you one more minute to tell you about these guys. I'll keep it quick. So the first guy, Will Hines, his dad's been a pastor in Harrisburg. He's one of the original players on the Stampede, played every year. I was there as the owner when we transitioned him from a starter and we only dressed 21 players. If you don't realize this, it's 8-on-8 football. There's 25 men on a roster, 21 dressed. So Thursday night, we submit our roster to the league. There's 4 players that don't get to dress. They practiced all week. Will Hines transitioned into that where he was like not starting, and some games he did get to play because of injuries or something, but he took it so well with class and dignity. And he was a baller. He's a ball hawk when he played. And it's just he put on for Harrisburg. He's from Harrisburg. He was vested. He was all in. His family, his dad was the chaplain. So I'm honored to retire his number. We have Eugene Goodman, former running back, one of the biggest personalities on the team. Fast. He played in Virginia. He came up here, played for the Stampede, fell in love with the area, fell in love with a girl, married. He owns a restaurant in Hershey Marketplace now. So this kid came up here, played 5 years of arena ball, 6 years, and stayed. Made Harrisburg his home. That's who we want. That's what we want these players to do, is become part of our community, good citizens, good examples to the kids of what, yes. Do they want to go to the NFL? Yeah, absolutely. But he became a part of our society here and is a great example. Archie Smith, former DB, he's from Alabama, moved his wife and his very young kids up here when he started playing. He's still here. His oldest son plays football at Central Dauphin. his other son plays corner for McDevitt, and he coaches assistant coach on McDevitt's staff. He stayed, him and his wife. So, the fourth is Jermaine Thaxton, one of my favorites. He was a DB and a linebacker. He's from Pottstown, played at the highest level, AFL, and played for Tulsa and everything, and played at West Virginia University. He came here, still lives here, a good part of the community. So these guys were exciting, electrifying players on the field, but they also became great men off the field and examples for everybody, for that hard work and determination, and they're good men. They just stayed in our community, and so I'm really proud of them. We're going to retire their numbers. They're fan favorites. I know the fans are going to really love that, and to see them again put on the blue jersey and come out there and give them a little bit of a pop. Sorry about that.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
Mike Conway. All right. So anyway, I'm just really excited about this, to do a lot of, it's a lot that we got going on, but we got an army of staff that are just ready to rock and roll and do this. And, we're going to put on a very good show, professional, and have a great time. And I want people, when they leave, that's what I want to see: the children smiling, the parents happy, and we're bringing family affordable fun. I mean, Stampede games are great. Hershey Bears games, they're awesome. And the Senator games are awesome. Even Harrisburg Heat games are awesome. So we're just trying to bring a good product to Harrisburg. I think it's a good city. We blend into, we pull from York, Lancaster. I mean, Lancaster is one of the greatest growing cities in this area.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we're within 45 minutes, an hour. We're trying to draw from that crowd, and we have great big plans. This is year one. I got a 5-year plan, man.
And you touched on something, because you did mention the Heat and the Senators and the Bears, and the reason I just listening to you talk and conversing with you tonight, I feel like there's so much chance for success, because the reason why all those teams succeed, and the reason why even when the Heat was gone, people still talked about the Harrisburg Heat, is because it did resonate with the people who went. Even when they weren't successful, people still went. When the Senators have had bad years, people still go because it's ingrained in the community. And I love that you're talking about that. I mean, that's what makes these things work. And I think you're right. I mean, because like I mentioned to you off the air, I work at Strawberry Square. I remember the Stampede offices were at Strawberry Square back in the day. But there was never really anything other than, like, you could take a schedule. There was no one ever made themselves available to talk to someone who might be interested in going, or you couldn't get tickets there. I mean, it's those little things, like working with the community, working with the nonprofits, working with the schools. That's the stuff that matters. And I think, based on what you're talking about, yeah, there was a disconnect before you. But listening to you, I think, you got it. Honestly, that's not kissing your butt because you're on our show.
No, right. Yeah. It ain't gonna get down there. I mean, the truth of the matter is, we had to be honest and have an honest, frank conversation, with ourselves, or myself, what was not being successful. And I think with what I came up to is that the Stampede were not being ran as a professional organization. They were being ran as a 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 month out of the year, and that they were not being looked at like, I have other businesses, but I dedicate every day, not just week, every day, a couple hours go just to Stampede. So probably way more than just a couple hours. Probably most of my day is Stampede right now. My office manager sort of runs my other business. Thank God she's good at that. But what we need is a year round to be a presence in our community. With giving to the community does not mean when you're playing football. It's all like outside of that. So one of the things that like I really wanted to hone in on is, let's bring the local ownership, but let's be full-time, year-round. So we got an office. We're not at the farm show anymore. We used to, when I had the team, we had an office there. But we have offices on State Street. It's a beautiful building. Come right out, look right up at the Capitol. We are in the building, the Youth and Government building, YMCA building. So we have an office there, and we have a phone number. Our office line where you can buy tickets, have questions, anything is 855 HBG Herd, HERD. So that number is fully automated. You can call it. We get an email when you leave a message, but we also, from 8 to 5, there's somebody answering that phone. One of the other things that we're trying to do is I hired a community liaison. All she does, she loves the Stampede. She's been a fan, been around every year with the Stampede in some capacity, but she wanted to do more. And I said, well, you know what we need? We need a community liaison. Somebody tell me about the apple dumpling festivals. Tell me about the police giving back to the city, out in the night, in their parks or whatever. Tell me about the candy parade, the Christmas parade, or the Halloween parades for the different townships that we can go and walk and throw cans, make donations to. Where can I set up a pop-up with a prize wheel and give away some stuff? So we ordered 300 T-shirts. We're going to blow through those. We already given out like 50 T-shirts. Like everywhere I go, I'm giving out T-shirts. And I want to be, molded in. The big thing you said, they were in Strawberry Square, but nobody was ever there. And I heard that all the time. And, we don't want to just open up when it's time to take your money and tickets. That doesn't make you a team. We're there to give back. We want to be at all the functions. If so-and-so is holding a party, can we be there? What can we do? Can we be at a fundraiser or a rally? I mean, we have a fundraiser coming in, I want to say end of November. It's called Tinkle Ball. It's for a teacher in New York that she passed away with cancer. So there started a fundraiser, a scholarship in her behalf. And it's like a really high-end, fundraiser. We're donating some stuff, and I'm going to go to that. It's a black tie event because it's a good cause, So I have people submitting stuff, but I have a lady that's just working. That's what she's working on. She's just finding places to put us and where can we donate? Where can we go and be? I talked to all the players that were retiring their numbers. They're all in like, Coach, I'm in. Tell me where you want us. We'll go. We don't have a team yet. I don't have players. So, our coaches are going to go. The front office staff is going to go. The retired players, former players that are still here, they're going to go. We understand what it's like. And they love that. They love to be a part of it. So one of the things I'm also big on is giving back. And we were talking about community. We house, a lot of people don't know with Arena Ball, this is where I feel like it sets us apart, where they go, well, what makes you professional? Well, one, we pay our players and our staff, and we recruit nationally. We bring in. So we have a housing deal. We normally house between 10 and 18 players in the city. I like to keep it around 10 or 12, but the real big reason is that about half the team can come from all over the country. And then we have about a quarter of the team regional, New York, Virginia, New Jersey, that drive in. And then about a quarter of the team we want to build up with from our local community, people that played high school ball here. Or, we had a kid that didn't even play high school ball, who was just a phenomenal athlete. I don't think he ever played any football, but he made the team and he was good. So that's how we sort of make up. But what I am going to be implementing this year, and you can write this down because this is going to happen. So any players that listen and hear this, that this coming in, if I have a player in housing, they're going to do 4 hours of community service every week with a school. We're going to try to get them partnered up with a school and go. I don't care if they're reading. I don't care if they're washing dishes. I don't care if they're cafeteria monitor or if they're in there helping them with gym class. We're going to put our players that are sitting and laying in bed playing PlayStation, relaxing all week. We're going to put them in the community and let them give. And then we're going to donate some tickets to those schools. And those schools can bring their kids out and they can cheer on that offensive lineman that's 6'5", 320 pounds, that they see every week. And that's how I want to do it. I want to help our community. The NFL players, they know who they are. They love them. But I want them to be able to spend time and see the player they're watching on the field and really be able to, be a good example, a role model for our community. That's what the kids need these days. There's a lot of absentee parenting, and I'm not going to get into all that, but, with social issues. But I think having a kid that they're watching play football and they love watching that, and then seeing them every day and getting to know them and them mentoring them for 12 weeks, I think that's a good way to give back. I mean, we're talking 40 to 60 hours a week we're going to be volunteering to our community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's
I mean, like you said, give back will, giving back to the community will definitely, in my opinion, grow grow the Stampede out there.
Yeah.
It'll get there, get your name out there and what you're doing. So yeah, I mean, that's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, these are things that I've really I've just jotted a lot of stuff down, and then we started working and checking it off. And if I can't get it all done, I mean, that's why I'm hiring people. I'm like, I can't do. No man is an island, so our tribe is gonna be huge. Our team is gonna be, and I'm hiring. I've been interviewing people, and I sit down, and I'm like, they're like, well, what do you want to interview me for? I'm like, no, I'm interviewing you for the team. You tell me what you feel comfortable want to do, and that way we can put you in the right role to make you successful. If you feel like, hey, you can't sell, then I'm not putting you in a sales position. That doesn't make no sense. But, if you sit there and want to sit there and do security, or you want to do, taking tickets, or just be a part of the team and help us out, whatever. I mean, that's the big thing is I do agree with you. We got to put our better foot forward, be community-based. And, I mean, I grew up with a single mom. And so I remember I'm wearing this is why I asked her to bring me my Bills hat down. My best experience, I grew up right outside D.C. Everybody was Cowboy or Redskins fans. And my mom sacrificed so that I could go see a Bills game every year. That was my birthday and Christmas all rolled into one. And my brother, who was 5 years older, my sister 2 years younger, we would all go up there as a family, stay an hour outside of Buffalo, and she would get us ticket, drop us off. And if you don't know where Orchard Park, the Bills Stadium, it's like at a neighborhood. So my mom would get as close as she could to the stadium and then drop us off. And we had to walk to the stadium from there. And then there's no cell phones at this time. It was like, we will meet you back at this corner of this street, Oak and, Sycamore. And my brother and I would make our way out of the game at 4:00. And however long until that road opened, we'd sit at that stop sign and wait for my mom to pick us back up. And, as I've gotten older, I remember that experience. I remember freezing in Buffalo with hot chocolate and, the experience. And so I just want to be able to give back to our community. I want to be family friendly or affordable for a single mom that can bring her kids and have a good time. I know you guys you do a podcast, you're sports guys. Have you heard about Arthur Blank and how he keeps the concession prices down?
Yes,
in
I've
the
heard
stadium?
about it. Yeah.
Like record setting prices for a family of 4 to eat. And so things like that, I don't want people to leave our game and say, man, I didn't get anything. It was like so too expensive. So we've made it very affordable, very family friendly. And the community I feel like we're already seeing results. We're giving away a giveaway every month for anybody that buys season tickets. So September, we gave away a 75-inch flat screen TV. And the drawing was October 5th. So 2 days ago or yesterday. And, I was so excited to give it away, but I was nervous at the beginning. I'm like, this is a big promotion. Like, what if nobody buys tickets? But we sold 66 tickets, season tickets,
That's
in
awesome.
September with no
That's great.
schedule out. Yeah, it's great.
That's
Our
fantastic.
schedule doesn't come out till October 15th.
Well, they don't care. They're excited just to be at a game.
Oh, I'm
They're
not going to lie to you. I've been looking because I'm waiting for single games to go on sale so that me
You're
and
gonna
him
be
and,
looking for a while, buddy, because we're
and,
not going to release those for a while.
and 2 other friends of ours, we're going to have a dad's night and go to a game.
We have
Well,
a crew.
definitely hit me up. You guys, I'll get you some media credentials because you do a podcast. I want you to obviously cover us and tell. I want you to get on there and be honest, man, and tell exactly. So let me know what game you're coming. I'll get you your media passes. Pick them up. You guys can rub shoulders with Fox News or ABC, CBS, whichever one they decide to show up and cover us that night. But we are, like I said, we're going to have a Legion. We're going to have a whole designated. I learned a lot of tricks in 12 years. And we'll have media passes sitting there, even if they don't want to, the big news outlets don't really want to cover us. That's fine. Because when we're winning and they want to cover us, I'll remember that. They didn't want to cover us when we started. But we'll have media passes that will give you access. You can go down there and interview some of the players and see the locker room. We're gonna blow your mind. We're gonna blow your mind with our locker room. We're gonna have an amazing locker room. I have ideas, things that we did in the past that really worked. And so we're hiring a ton of team photographers. We're gonna have like 5 or 6 team photographers, and it's gonna be great. So definitely let me know. I mean, we'll keep in touch. I'm sure this won't be the last time I talk with you, but I'll get you some media passes so you guys can get some all access and give you some more content for your podcast.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
that'd be great.
I mean, just as as two guys who really love minor league sports, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Seriously, it blows me away right now. So
Yeah,
I'm a
no,
little,
it's,
I'm
a little speechless.
So I don't know if you guys know, this is one of the things that, did you guys, I don't know if you saw, ABC did an article on us today. They
did
didn't
not
do their
see it.
best.
No, I haven't had a
Yes.
chance to look at the news today.
Yeah.
So I did an interview about 2 weeks ago. I think her name was Amanda or Crystal. I can't remember. I might have forgot her name, but she was great. She took a great story on me, and my coach interviewed us. And then ABC took that story and went a little farther. And I appreciate them giving us coverage. They really a bold statement. Like the headline is something like Pennsylvania now has 3 professional teams: Steelers, Eagles, and Stampede.
That's awesome.
And I remember being
Dang.
like, I don't think that we're in their class. I mean, I love our team, but I'm a realist. But what they did is they misquoted what league we're playing in. We're not playing in the AFL. We're playing in the AIF. I'm a
I
proud
saw a
member of the
tweet
AIF.
about that.
Yeah, we're not in the AFL. AFL is supposed to be rebooting too. I'm not a firm believer that I'm skeptical. I don't want to go too overboard because I can. I got to hold my opinions, but I don't think that it's not the same AFL. Let's just put it that way. It was bought out of bankruptcy. That's common knowledge. And it started, they have financial backers, but just because you have multimillionaires or billionaires doesn't mean you're going to succeed if you're not doing it right. And there's a lot of reasons to believe that they're not doing it right. We're in the AIF. We're proud members of the AIF, American Indoor Football. When I chose what league to play in, I specifically chose this because I feel like this business model gives me great latitude to control my team and to market my team. And I don't have to worry about the other teams. If they don't do what we do, that's fine. We can be successful all by our own over here. So that's one of the reasons. But one of the things I shared their article and I gave a little bit, and I tried to clear up some of the confusion. So we are not an NFL team. Thank you for the honor, ABC, but we are not on that level. We are what you would call in a minor league setup. I think that there's like an elevator. We have players going up. We have players coming down. Most of my team will be younger athletes that have played some form of college, be it D1 all the way down to D3, but they want film. They want to stay healthy, and they want to get some good film to try to go to CFL, XFL, USFL, and maybe their aspiration is the NFL. With that, their agent wants them to keep playing. So we work with agents, like that. I don't believe all of them have NFL talent. I don't believe every player in the NFL is the best football players in our country. It's just sometimes being in the right place at the right time. We have had in the past, we've had former NFL players on our team. People don't always know that. We've had guys that were in Steelers and Cowboys and Jets camp. We had a player, Farron Wright, that played with Corey Stringer in the Vikings. So, and not on a practice squad. He actually played in the NFL.
Right.
So we've had those players. We have ones that have played higher. We have CFL, USFL guys that just honestly have that fire and burn still, but their best years are probably a little bit behind them. So we mix that. We have really young, talented guys that are hungry, trying to move up. We have guys that are coming back down, but just love the game and the passion. They're great role models. They're great leaders for the team and great men in our community. And they mentor the younger players and teach them how to be good professional football players. So that's really where we're at. That's some of the things I was trying to clear up from that article is that no, we are not in the AFL, and that we are not. Some people were on there saying, isn't that Stampede like a rec league? We are not a rec league. I will stay. We're better than that. We're better than a semi-pro team. There's great semi-pro in Central Pennsylvania. I've coached on them, but we are very strategic. We bring guys in from all over the country, and so I don't think that we are the best players. I mean, we don't know until we start playing, right? Inside the walls. But I do think that that's very important that people know that, I didn't write the article. I didn't compare us to NFL teams. We're not even remotely. But, NFL is very successful with their marketing and all of that. And football is the biggest sport in the United States. So this is a version of football played at a different time, not during college or pro. And we're not competing with that. We're our own brand. And there's a lot of differences. There is a lot of little differences.
Yeah, and then we were both arena football fans when It was in its glory days in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Mhm.
So, we understand the differences, and it's something we've talked about on the show, so we know our fans understand the differences, thankfully. But man, I love indoor football. I think it's great to watch.
It is fun.
It,
It's
it's
different,
it's
and that's
action
what brings
packed.
it.
Yeah, we call it indoor or arena football, but it's just another game. But I mean, yeah, it's got some intricacies. It's different. I mean, I've always loved how the balls go in the stands and the players. I mean, there'll be one play, a receiver leaning over, eating your kid's popcorn, right during the game. And then the next play, a quarterback's going into the stands, falling over into your lap. And so it's like hockey without the walls, without the glass walls. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I think there's a differences, and once people see it, I don't think they ever have any like doubt. I feel like sometimes the negative comments just to people that haven't actually been there, and I tell them all the time, like, you'll be impressed with the speed of it. These guys are running full speed on a smaller field.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of times what people might do when you like when you watch like let's say the NFL, and then you come down to watch, well, let's say the XFL, you will see a speed change. So
Mm-hmm.
like if you go watch an NHL game to a AHL game, a different speed, but it's not a bad thing. A lot of times that's like what you need to really enjoy the game, to really sit down and understand what's going on. And for what you're going to put out, I mean, like I said, I'm eager to go.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it is different. It's nothing that is general to this area anymore. And that,
Yeah.
since you're bringing this back, fantastic. This is, what I think this is what Central PA needs.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I
I mean, I'm
agree.
excited. I think it'll be fun, and I hope they enjoy it. I hope they appreciate it, and I feel like the response has been good. Even the businesses have, it's been long enough that maybe some of the people that were sour to it forgot, or the leadership's changed or whatever. Feels like, I mean, I have to give a shout out to Central PA businesses and networking. I mean, we have been flooded with, we've had over 80 players register on our website to want to come out. We have a tryout November 5th, our first combine tryout. And it's been overwhelming. We've had a lot of businesses. I mean, I have a lot of it. The PA Air National Guard, first one to reach out to me, like, hey, I heard this is coming back.
Awesome.
What can
Wow.
we do? How can we
Wow.
get involved? So they're eager to get involved. We signed a huge printing sponsorship company for apparel. So we're going to go with one apparel company this year. They're outfitting all my coaches, all my staff. They're doing just giving you some more little tidbits. Every game, our warm-up jerseys will be an a limited edition exclusive shirt. So our offense and defense will warm up in a different shirt, and they'll be for sale up at our team store. And it's literally the exact shirt. There's only going to be 25 of each size up at the team store. So the kids can wear exactly the shirt that the players are wearing. But every game is a different theme for the warm-up shirt. So they'll come out and practice, 45 minutes before the game, and they'll have their pants and they'll just have a T-shirt on. So one game will be, breast cancer. One game will be military appreciation. One game will be superheroes. And they're going to have a special shirt, and then it'll be up there for sale. Let the kids go get it. We're just got a lot of it. We're going to do a blue wave. We're going to do our
Cool.
version of the Penn State whiteout. It's going to be called the Blue Wave. So every seat in the arena will have a blue shirt on it. And when you come, like the NBA Finals, they all have their shirts on there before
Yeah.
the game. So we're going to do that. We're investing. I mean, I signed the company, and specifically these are details that we put in the contract. Like, okay, we need 2,000 blue shirts, and I'll go find the sponsor, the partner to go with us, to put their logo on it with us. But for, understand this game, it's going to be the Blue Wave. And we're going to do a lot of things. We're going to, for the first time ever, we're going to be selling Stampede jerseys. It's just something that's never been
Cool.
done. But with my other
Nice.
business, we can do that. So where every game, when they retire the player, they can go to the team store. There'll be multiple sizes, and they can get a jersey, of their favorite player playing. And they can also order a custom. They fall in love with it, or their kid a custom one with his name on the back or whatever it may be. So we're excited on the little details, the little things, that make the experience. And through all that, we're going to actually play some football.
I
That's-
love it.
Go
ahead, David.
It's just great on how you're bringing that experience, like with the different themed jerseys, during warm-ups and things like that, how each one's going to be different, basically limited editions, basically is what it, from what you're saying, it's what it's going to be.
Mhm.
It'd just be fantastic to see, especially when, like you said, they can go get that jersey afterwards.
Yeah, go get that jersey. And I mean, you're talking, like I'm really hoping that, there's 2 nights that I'm really looking forward to. Is the superhero night. I'm not gonna lie, some of these ideas are taken, you guys know that I didn't come up with it. I'm just deciding to implement it. But seeing what the Hershey Bears have done with different jerseys and different things, but we're really excited to, like, superheroes. We're gonna advertise and pump it up. Kids, like top 5 kids that have dress up as their favorite superhero. We're going to bring down on the field, take a picture with the team and all that. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that we get like a couple hundred kids dressed up as superheroes and everything. And, just have a really cool time with it. And we want a loud arena, man, that home field advantage. I have a great coaching staff. We haven't even talked football. We haven't even talked to. We're really working hard on an ex-NFL quarterback, which will be a groundbreaking. If you notice in our league, the AIF, if you go to the league page, you can see every day the transactions. We've been quiet. And everybody in my league, all the other owners, every week we have an owners meeting. They're like, what are you guys doing? You're not doing anything. I'm like, listen, we know what we're doing. We're good. Don't worry about us. You need to worry about yourself. But we
It's that silent attack.
Well, we're targeting guys. We've signed a couple to camp. We bring 40 guys to camp for 3 weeks. And then we trim the roster down to 25. So, we're not in a rush. We know what it is. There's a USFL tryout this weekend, and some guys are, holding off on that. We're fine. We're good. We're in some good talks. We got a couple really good guys that we're about to, and when we do, we want to get the pop from it. I want to really get the biggest bang for it. But I trust my coaches. I hired the coaches, and I told them, Bernie Nowatarski, former NFL player, very renowned coach in indoor ball, won multiple national titles, coached on the Philly Soul where they won national championship. And we brought back Rick Marsilio. I call him the offensive guru because, he's the quarterback whisperer. His quarterbacks tend to lead the league in every statistical category. And he's our assistant head coach. And, so these guys are working. We got Ryan Mackus, who's our strength and conditioning coach. He has a gym here. He coaches on McDevitt High School, but he's worked with Danny Lansana, Aaron Berry, LaShawn McCoy. You just go down the line, Quan Alexander. There's a dozen NFL guys that he's trained and worked out with. And so he's going to be our strength and conditioning coach. So I spared no expense. We got the best experienced, in my opinion, one of the best coaching staffs. I don't want to go on record and say I'm the best. I'll get blasted for that. But But at the end of the day, I wanted them to just go out and coach, man. They go out and recruit and coach, and I'll take care of the business side, and we'll have fun. And I think we're gonna have great results though on the field. I really do.
I believe it. I've been checking the website, I've been checking social media, so I'm seeing all the updates. Both me and the show follow you guys.
I appreciate it, man. I'm really proud of it. But like I said, definitely once we get to camp and stuff like that, you got to come out one night. I know you guys are busy dads. That's the full-time job that don't stop. But we got to come out to see this camp, see the guys. We'll give you some access, let you know. You'll get to see. You'll be like, okay, I get what he's saying. This is we're working hard here. We're not going around being dumb. We're sitting there putting in work, and we're putting in training, and we're trying to put a first-class operation so when the fans show up, they get a great experience as a fan, but they also get to watch good football.
I love it. I love it. I really do. And I got to say, I haven't worked this in a couple of shows. I'm a card-carrying Uniwatch member. I love what you're talking about with the uniforms and the giveaways and the special nights. That stuff's awesome. And to me, it's those little details that go a long way. So I'm right there with you on it.
Well, listen, I'm going to send you, message me. Are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook, yeah.
If you guys message me, I'm going to send you a behind the scenes. It's not released yet, so you can't release it. But I'll send you some of the shirts that we're about to release. in the next couple days that are they're cool. They're real cool.
All right,
That's why I
I'll
went
send
with
you
the
my
barrel
info on the email.
Oh yeah, send it there. I can send it. I was trying to remember where you sent me the link. It was email, so I can email so you both can see it. But yeah, we got some really cool. The apparel company. I will say this. So I had 3 companies, the streaming companies that came to me, and I was like, I don't know which one to choose. Like, come on, you all have different pricing packages. I said, send me an example. Send me your best example of what you've done already. So they sat down and they all did indoor football. So they sent me 3 different videos, and I will tell you, it was heads and shoulders. Now, the most expensive one is the best quality, but you paid for that. I mean, the one company, just the video they sent me, they excluded themselves just on that. Like, it was that bad. But the other one was good, but the one, once I watched the last one, I was like, oh, how much is this? I got to do it, because they're just that professional. So we're going to get a play-by-play, a color. We're going to have a field reporter. They're like, we're setting 4 cameras up. We're doing replay. They're like, you sell commercials, sell sponsorship. We don't care. We'll do whatever you want. We'll build it in. And so that was really cool. And the apparel company sort of did the same thing. I was like, we maybe should use. I used to use a local company here, and a couple companies called me, and we'd be interested in making T-shirts for you. And everybody was like, I could do it for $6 a shirt. I'm like, I don't really care the price. I want it to be different. Come up with ideas. Throw something different. Anybody could put Stampede on there and block, or put our logo with just a big bullhead. Like, come on, man. Screen printing or whatever. And this one company, they sent me 45 shirts, samples, 45 shirts, and said, this is our package. So I was blown away with that. Like,
Wow.
Real designs, different design. Like, when I send you them, you'll understand what I mean. You'll be like, that's crazy.
Oh, I bet. Now, my only question, and I got to ask this because I'm a big guy. I'm a plus size man. Are we going to have some large guy friendly shirts?
Absolutely.
I don't want
bro.
this. I don't want this.
2, 3, and 4X, man. Come on. Everybody's built like me now. I'm a big boy. If you tip in the scales around 300 pounds, you need to have you comfortable. We don't know no belly shirts. We don't need any belly shirts in the stands.
That's why I go to DXL.
DXL, that's right. Because it's expensive, but they dress us right, and
that's right.
And the clothes last. David, you must be a skinny guy. You don't relate with us.
I'm an XL, so it's.
Yeah, there you go. We got one of the skinny guys.
I've played hockey for.
Got married.
I played hockey for 20 plus years, so it's kind of one of those things to where I'm. Yeah.
He ain't a flyweight anymore. That bothers him. And they don't complain to me about getting fat.
It feels like he gained weight. We hate guys like that, right, Jason?
I look at an Oreo and I gain weight.
Exactly. Jason and that's my blood brother. That's my spirit animal. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love to eat too.
Smell it and gain weight.
Don't get me wrong. I love to eat too.
Yeah.
Actually, tomorrow night I'm going to be at his house for some food.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually making some bourbon buffalo meatballs.
Wow, sound amazing.
We can cook.
Thinking about those later. Yeah, so we're also really working hard. I'm really hoping. I'm really crossing my fingers that I can change up the menu for the Stampede. I want to have like a better food option. We want, I said to Farm Show and to people, like that want us. We're getting a lot of support from Dauphin County, and I just said, you want us to be successful, you want us to run a better organization, you need to give me a little more control at the game day level. So I'm hoping that we can do some food trucks or do some different stuff, mix it up a little bit. Center Plate, I think if Center Plate has the contract, they used to at least. And I just want to enhance the food, like make it a little bit better, not like, And
that's another community thing, though, getting the food trucks. There's a ton of food trucks in the area.
Oh, my God, yes.
Right. And they're good. There's some good.
Yes, you had me at food trucks. You had me at food trucks.
So yeah, we'll definitely though, man. When you come, you'll see the clothes. Everything that we order will always have a 2, 3, and 4X because we have some bigger guys. We have some bigger guys on our staff, but they're huge supporters of me, and I can call them friends, and I'm huge supporters of the team. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to it as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man.
Well, I know you're a busy guy, and it's getting pretty late. We don't want to hold you up too much more anymore tonight. Do you want to give out the website and some more information here for the listeners?
Yeah, I mean, tickets are for sale on HBG, which stands for Harrisburg, hbgstampede.com. We have tickets for sale. You can pick out, if you pick out a premium box seat ticket, you get to pick which box seat. Side, everybody always asks me, what's the home side? 1 through 10 is the home side. The away side is 11 through 20. There's general admission tickets. They run, we only sell season tickets right now. Sort of a marketing thing we're trying. Single game tickets will be released much later, but hopefully we can sell, a lot of this month, October. If you buy a season ticket, you get in the drawing every ticket. So if you buy a family 4-pack of 4 season tickets, you get 4 tickets in the drawing. November 5th for a HP laptop computer and printer, brand new. You can pick it up in our store in Lemoyne. And we have a TV that was just given away. We have an amazing giveaway coming November and December. So everything is about being involved. The tickets will be going back to the old school, printed them. They're on remember that? Now they do digital.
I'm
a season ticket holder at Penn State. I love the hard ticket. So it's going to be 5 tickets. If you are a season ticket holder, you're going to get first dibs at the playoffs, and we're going to be in the playoffs. So you'll get first dibs at those tickets too. But yeah, we just appreciate the support. Thank you for having me on. And if there's anything that we can do to help you guys, I mean, if you want us to sit there and when you do whatever you do, release this podcast, whatever, let us know. We'll tag you. We'll share it to our media. But also go like us on Facebook. That's our main social media platform. We have a TikTok. We have an Instagram. We have a Twitter. But really, our Facebook's where we do most of our social media marketing. And huge shout out to our A1 Apparel Group. They're the company that we just signed this week. They're our official apparel company of the Stampede. So big things coming. And you guys get me your sizes. I got some shirts for you.
Okay. I got to say, I shot my shot asking you to have someone come on. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your life to come hang out with us for a little bit tonight.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yep.
Y'all have a great night and be easy. Have a good weekend.
Will
You
do
the same. Thank you. Thank you again.
All right. And that was our interview with the owner of the Harrisburg Stampede, Justin Coble. Dude, I am 100% invested in this. Like, I want to go
stoked.
now.
I'm stoked.
Like,
stoked.
The only other owner I've ever met from a sports team is the owner of the Senators, and he's pretty awesome. I think Justin takes it to a whole other level.
Yeah, no,
I got to be honest.
For what he's looking to do to make this a full community team is fantastic.
Yes, 100%.
Not just like you said, not just you come to the game and that's it. That's all. That's the only time you see us. No, it's fantastic what he wants, what his vision is, to have it be a community-based team, not just one direction, but several.
Right. And, I was listening to him, and
his excitement level is just like, it's,
but you know what? That's what I want.
Exactly.
That is what I want as a sports fan, is an enthusiastic owner.
And he is that. I mean, which is fantastic because it makes you just like want more. You want to hear more about it.
Oh yeah.
How can it's like, you want more.
I was feeding off that energy. I'm like, I'll go try out. I mean, I'll die after the first run, but I'll try out. Like I was sold, brother. And I know that wasn't like he said, he's like, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm enthusiastic. I'm excited. And I'm like,
and that makes a big difference. That makes a big difference in what is being brought to the field. If you got an owner that just be like, yep, sure thing. Yep,
this is just something I'm doing because I have money.
Yep,
this isn't it for him.
Yeah, he's coming full blown. Oh yeah, he's coming full blown. Here's what we're doing. Here's how we're doing it. Here's why we're doing it. And we're not just here just to take your money. We're here to support the community as well as be out in the community.
That when he said about having players go and help out at local schools and stuff like that.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
that's genius.
Yes, absolutely.
Because let me tell you, we were kids once. We were elementary school age kids once. You can't tell me that if a local professional athlete came to the school like once a week just to like help out with gym class,
Oh
like,
my God. Don't play dodgeball.
you would be asking that person questions all day.
Oh my God, yes.
Every kid would just be in awe. Like, that is so
Absolutely.
cool. And I love it because he's like, and then they get to go see them Saturday night at the farm show.
And,
do
and the
their
fact that it's
thing
a
on the
Saturday
field.
night, and the fact that it's a Saturday night,
Yes.
and not during the week. Because how many times can you get away during the week on a school night to go see, any
Right.
type of sporting event? Unless you're like 10 minutes away.
Right. And like we said, like, we definitely have a dad crew that we're going to go. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
it's without a
we're
doubt
going.
we're going.
Yeah, that's a given.
But at the
this
same
point.
time, like, if me and Jamie and the kids want to go, we don't
It's an
got to
option.
worry about certain things. We can go on a Saturday night, we can spend our money, and we can have a good night at the game. Like, that's such a, he understands the area, and he understands the area's love of minor league sports so immensely that I have total faith listening to him and talking to him about this.
And the
Like,
fact that he understands that a family base thing, not just like you go to a professional like NFL, NHL, MLB, you're paying out big bucks,
Right.
and like you said, he wants that family to be able just to be like, can afford a game easily and have a good time. That's what is, he sees that bigger picture on what is actually needed and that will bring people to the stands.
Yeah. And again, just listening to him talk about what he wants to do, it's really, to me, and just hear me out, it's taking kind of like the best of all the local teams. Because when he was talking about having the mechanical bull, my first thought, I'm not even lying to you, my first thought was the Barnstormers. The Barnstormers have a carousel and a play area for kids for when families go. So you're taking, that's a great concept. He's taken that concept and he's immersing it into what the Stampede are about. He's taking
Absolutely.
He's taking the ideas and he's making these ideas fit for what the Stampede do. And it's so smart. And I think, and he's right. Like the original owners from back in like 2009, they weren't invested in the community, and it showed. This dude is, and
Absolutely.
I think he's legit. And he has a 5-year plan. That speaks volumes. I think a lot of people get into these kind of situations, and it's a fly-by-night thing, and I don't get that vibe at all from him.
No, he has a game plan. He has a vision. He has a game plan for that vision, and it's not just like you said. Let's just hope for the best. It's this is what we're doing. This is what the progression. This is what this. He actually has a set plan to make this a fantastic thing.
He wants to build
he has that.
a great organization, and that speaks volumes to me.
Yeah, well, like I said, he has a vision to make this a fantastic thing, to build it to be bigger than what it could be, or bigger than what it was before, to bring people in.
And again, we're very lucky to be in an area where there is so many great minor league sports teams with rich histories of success. You have the Senators, tons of success as an organization over almost 40 years. You have the Bears, tons and tons.
Yes,
I mean, they're the Yankees of minor league hockey,
and they're in our backyard. Basically.
You have the Lancaster Barnstormers, who are, if they're not winning championships, they're in the hunt for the championship almost every season. Like, and the Heat were a successful indoor soccer franchise at one point. Like, you have all this, and he clearly is aware of what makes them work and what makes them successful at the gate.
Yeah.
He and he knows it's beyond great winning teams, but he knows that plays a role in it. But he also understands that there's other things that some owners don't realize play a role in it, and it's that in-depth knowledge that really has me like, yeah, this is going to do something. I fully believe this team's going to do something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm eager to go. I mean, I'm just eager at this point.
I know. We got to wait until March. But now let's think about this. It's October 6th. We're recording this. Oh, it's almost midnight, into October 7th. We're already excited, and it's in October.
Yeah.
We got how many months now until then? Right. But I have no doubt, based on our talking to him, that we probably will talk to him another time. Or we will probably talk to someone else from the team at another time. So I don't think this is going to be our last foray with the Stampede. And I look forward to it. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I want to, like, one of the reasons I love doing this is that we can talk about these things. And, you know, I want to spread the word. I want to get people to hear about the Harrisburg Stampede because I know we have listeners from all over the states. We have some listeners from internationally, and I appreciate all of them. But I also know a big chunk of our listenership is in the central Pennsylvania area. And if you're in the area, I want you to check this team out. You know, check out their social media, check out their website, go to a game. Like,
spread the word.
This guy's legit. And you know what? And I'll say this is a little inside baseball. He's been amazing just communicating back and forth with the email. Like, I mean, he just seems like a good dude with a really good plan in place, and I think that's going to do amazing things for this team as a franchise, as a whole, not just the on-field aspect, but on down, just good culture, and that builds great teams.
Well, like he also said, not only built with the team, but also the community as well to get behind the team.
Right, but you have to have a good culture in place to really make it work. And I have no doubt.
It's basically a big loop. You know, he wants to do great with the community. The community is going to help support him. He's going to support the community. It's just one big cycle.
Right.
And that's what he wants, and that's fantastic. And that's what he wants to do. That's fantastic. Just to keep everything here to get the word out to also help out.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, this was our interview with Harrisburg Stampede owner Justin Coble. Just amazing dude. Seriously, I couldn't imagine a better owner for a franchise. I mean, just
so much energy.
That is John Middleton level commitment. It is though. It is. I mean, just fantastic. I'm blown away by him. So let's get to our plugs. Because we got some. I want to give a quick plug to our brother in arms, Dave, from the 2216 podcasts. They actually just put a post on social media explaining that why they haven't really recorded a lot lately. And it has a lot to do with the mental health aspect of their roles as first responders. So they've had a bit of a lull in recording because they've been dealing with some things as first responders do. And they're just really good guys. Just give them some support, even if it's just liking their Facebook page. Check out the 2216 podcast whenever you get a chance. Just like I said, give them a like on Facebook. Every little bit counts. The Other Ship is the pop culture podcast with a pro wrestling lean. Join the Other Ship team as they talk movies, sports, music, TV, food, and of course pro wrestling. They have a rotating group of co-hosts that take on various topics and roundtable discussions, interviews, innovative concepts, as well as they invite special guests to join in the conversation. Please check out The Other Ship wherever you get your podcast. It is the same as the 2216. If you're still listening to us at this point, because It's a bit of a love fest, but like it's a good thing. Like I'm
Yeah.
totally. Again, this is what I want to hear from the owner of a sports franchise. Like,
Yeah, this is like a dream. This is something.
Pat McAfee level enthusiasm.
Oh, there you go.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining us.
To hear this. It's, you know,
It
it's,
is.
It's a dream to hear this, and to have it in our
it's not-
backyard.
It is, man. I'm
You know,
hyped. I'm ready to
I
go
am.
to a game now. Yeah.
So we got to wait a couple of months.
You know what we got to do now? So let's tell the listeners this. Tomorrow night, we're gonna be playing hits for our
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yes,
I don't
we
think
are.
we're live streaming, are we?
I don't think we are.
Okay, so we're
We
gonna
can try
post
it
them out.
Well, we can try it. You know, we can actually see how to, give it a whirl here, then maybe do that one time.
We could.
That'd
That's gonna be
interesting.
rough. The Phils are on tomorrow night too.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. But we might have to do some AFL. Road to Glory or whatever it was called. Just to get ready for to build up to the Stampede season.
Oh, here we go.
We got a YouTube channel for a reason, not just because people want to watch us talk about sports.
Yeah. It's like, here we go, another venue, another
Avenue, yeah.
avenue. There's the word for it.
You're good. All right. So thank you for joining us for episode 77 of the Another Sports Podcast. You can find us online through our Linktree link in the description of every episode. That'll take you to all of our social media pages and the aforementioned YouTube page. Please feel free to like, comment, message us. That's why we got it, to interact with you, the listener. The Another Sports Podcast is available for streaming or download at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Pandora, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Audible and Amazon Music and everything else in between. We're on some services I don't even know the names of anymore because we're everywhere, man. You can listen to us wherever you are and whatever you use. I use Spotify personally because I pay for it.
Well, that'll do it. That will do it.
But don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. With that, I'm Jason.
I'm David.
And thank you again to Justin from the Harrisburg Stampede. We will talk with you next time.
Have a good one.